Any tips for new Overwatch streamers? Wow. I guess it depends on what you mean. What does that mean, new Overwatch streamer? I guess the thing is, well, first off, Overwatch has almost no growth right now. Let me tell you from somebody who's almost close to the top of the directory at this point, it is very disheartening for me because I had a very fast climb. Very fast. I wouldn't say like the fastest, but a very fast, consistent climb over the last year and a half. But because of where the state Overwatch is in, there's almost no room for growth anymore. And you can see that in the follower number every day. Like, new followers per day has gotten like, it's probably close to less than half, maybe close to a quarter of what it was 7-8 months ago, which is terrifying. But this isn't about an Overwatch thing. The key to that is, why watch you? Who are you? That's it. That's the best thing I can tell you. If you enjoy the game and are generally having fun with the game, you are unique. That's not true. That's Shrek on drugs, to be honest with you. Isn't that to be expected considering the initial rate you grew at, though? Nope. Nope. Actually, the way Twitch works is the higher you are up, the faster you grow. Numbers wise. Your view count might not grow the same because so the way it works, for example, I think I have like 120,000 followers, right? How the way that works is over the last year, people leave Overwatch and go to other games, but they won't unfollow streams. But then when big events happen, such as Overwatch 2 being revealed at like the BlizzCon announcement, or when Overwatch 2 releases, people will come back and they will look towards that follow list that they used to have. But as that number grows, if that number is, think of like population, right? Like, you know how like population works with countries? If the population isn't restoring itself at least to a 1-to-1 ratio, it will decline. You technically want a better than 1-to-1 ratio. You technically want a 1.1 to keep economic growth. The same thing happens in streaming. People will eventually die, quote unquote, and leave. Also, that's a terrifying thought that some people who have followed me have died at this point. If there's 120,000, there's actually probably a high chance, but that didn't just hit me till right now, and whoa. As people leave and they go to other games or they stop watching Twitch or whatever, right? You need to have people replacing them and that are getting into or finding your stream or coming to Twitch or coming into Overwatch. That replacement system has slowed down so much that growth has just about stopped. And maintaining where we are is the absolute best we can attribute, right? It's hard to push through that field of where the game is at this point. You know what I mean? But whenever Overwatch 2 comes back and stuff, and we saw that, for example, when we restreamed BlizzCon, right, when we watched Overwatch 2, my view count was at like 1,800. And Emong's was at like 7 or 8K. Supers was at like 10K plus, you know, or like, actually, I don't think Super got to stream it. I think Super streamed after, but regardless, though, they were much, much higher because a lot of people that used to play the game or watch the game came back to come watch that segment, right? So it's to be expected that when Overwatch 2 comes out, those numbers will explode really high for a little while. Plus, the rate will go from 1-to-1 to probably like 10-to-1 and grow. You know what I mean? If the top streamers aren't growing, and I don't mean just by their view count, I mean their follower count, that's probably a good indication of the game is not doing well as a stream game. Basically, Overwatch streamers are in a recession. We're getting close to a depression.
I love the new setup and camera angle because during story time it's like Flats is talking to me. Also when he puts his arms out it's like him gonna get a big Flatsy hug. A man can dream.
Hey, Skyhook. I'm pretty sure most Overwatch streamers are in a depression. Okay, that's not what I meant, but you're probably right. So what did that guy do? Fuck it. To be honest with you, I haven't been paying that much attention. What is that website for Twitch? There's like a Twitch tracker. Let's look at this together. Ready? This is the important part of the curve right here. January, February 2021. This is what I talk about all the time. So from February and January 2021, averaging 20K, almost 21K viewers, to October, it's lost half of its total viewership. You can even check the numbers down here. Half. Games decline over time, right? Like, look over here, right? 2017, 2018, declines a little bit. Has a little another spike, 2019. I think that's roll queue coming out. And then it starts to decline, right? Like, look at this. It's declining over time. This, I think, is where XQC quits. I think XQC quits right here. And the game sees a massive drop-off for a little bit. And, okay. Game's doing okay, though. It's on life support, but it's doing okay, right? Like, it's not doing hot. But since pretty much September of 2019, arguably November of 2019, the game has held on 20K. It's been holding strong 20K. And then, and by the way, if you're confused by this chart, by the way, you should be looking at the green bars, not the blue bars. The blue bars is the number of channels that are streaming Overwatch. Viewers is the green bar. Look what happens. It looks like it's holding strong, and then just when did Echo come out? April of 2020. So this is still about that time. Like, to be honest with you, Echo didn't even make a major impact. Echo didn't even make a major impact. When Overwatch League switched to YouTube, that's what this is. That's what this is. Overwatch League ends. It's Overwatch League ending. That makes sense. This is probably grand finals right here, September. And then Overwatch League ends. So that, yeah, okay. So even back here, these lower bars are the off season for Overwatch League. September, October, November, December. That actually makes a lot more sense now that you think about it. How does this make you feel? How does this make me feel? As a streamer? Depressed? Sad? Unmotivated? You know? But here's the thing. I don't want to harp on them because the tides are starting to change. But not on viewership, because it's going to take a while to fix this shit. The tides are changing, though. The thing is, let me show you this really quick. Here's the thought process I have. Check out Apex Legends for me. Y'all notice something here with Apex? Look at this chat for me really quick. Apex Legends had a crazy release, and the game shit the bed. Shit the bed for a few months. Absolutely shit the bed. And then in between here, in this area, Epic made a change. And they decided to start investing in their content creators and investing in making new content. Apex declines every season. No, you are the point over your head. This is not channels declining. 16K viewers, 18K, 36, 26, 20, 35, 18, 16, 18. That's not the end of season decline. You're not even close to missing the point. You're talking about season 10. This is like 4. Okay? You're jumping ahead of yourself. Listen to me. Okay? Listen. What happened was Apex tried to do its own thing. It didn't invest in its content creators. It didn't make the content people wanted. It started to do its own thing. And people did not like the vision that they had. So they changed. They started to invest in their streamers because they realized that content creators is a massive part of how a game that is especially free to play thrives. If people talk about the game and people watch the game grows. Great examples, Rust. Rust dies. Rust drops off a goddamn cliff every time nobody's playing it. Hello? Any Rust? Any Rusters? Hello? Rust? Hello? Rust! Where are you? Does anyone see him? past it. Oh, here they are. Couldn't see them all the way down there. Must be real nice to be above them right now. Easy clap. That's terrible. But everybody remember when this was 300K? When all the streamers were playing it? Now, if you check their Steam... So, this is Rust. This is Rust right now. Not Rust. Yeah, this is Rust Steam. Rust had about 100K players or so. August 2020, 76K, 80K, 100K. Then this thing happened where a bunch of Twitch streamers, specifically like OTV and stuff like that, started a server, and every streamer wanted in. And it went from 97K to 244,000 players. It was a private server. You could not get into it unless you were invited. These players weren't even people trying to stream snipe or play with the streamers. They just wanted to play the same game as them because they looked and saw how much fun it is. Rust is a pay game, not even free to play. It's a paid game, and it jumped from 97 to 244. A 150% increase in player base to 240, 224, 167, 147, 144, 133, 147, then has a big dip, 120, 155, and where they are today at 122. And it's actually, no, in this month so far it's at 106, but this month hasn't finished yet. So even when they're gone, Rust had been going in between, let's see this. Let's say since like 2019, 80K, 70, 60, 80, 90, 80, 90, 125 really quick, then back down to 100. So they were averaging like 80 to 100K. Then a bunch of streamers pop in and the game explodes, and they're still feeling the effects as a player base. Not a viewer base, but as a player base, they saw a massive increase. Apex is the same thing. They invested in their streamers and started really putting effort in and making more content and making it exciting. And look what happened. 23K, 40, 39, 32, 34, 34, 34, 35, 60, 47, 49, 76, 82, 71, 91, 66, 63, 124, 95, 82. And when the next Heroes comes out, because this is when Seer came out, when the next one comes out, boom, it'll go back up again. This is a great example of they understand what players are looking for. It understands that it's not even exactly they're looking for the best product, but they're looking for the same product that their favorite content creators enjoy. Because if content creators have fun and they have fun and that's promoted to as much people as possible, the game just grows. And that's fact. So my hope is, remember yesterday we talked about this with the Reddit AMA and people being like, oh, Blizzard, Overwatch, I don't care if they're making an effort to make it better. Fuck them, they fucked us in the past. Look at this. This is Apex Legends. Absolutely fucking everybody. Realizing their mistake and fixing it. We're right here right now. We're in this chain. Somewhere in here. Somewhere in here. And the hope is, with all the changes and more communication between Blizzard and the community and creators and Overwatch League and stuff like that, as well as a new game and working on all that, then it will start to look like this. That's the goal. Because if they do well, we do well, everyone does well. So yeah, basically, that's the idea. That's the hope. We'll see what it comes to, of course, with time. But yeah, that's basically where we're at.